here, and I want to thank everybody who's been patiently waiting. I especially want to thank the organizers for this event, and Diane Wilson in particular. I have organized a few of these myself, and as hard as it is to be up here speaking, it's 100 times harder to do what the organizers have done. So give it up for the organizers. Thank you. I think there are 4 women who have given us lessons and a pathway to move forward from today. Eleanor Roosevelt, my friend Janet Marks, Ashley Judd, and Anna Quindlen. The first woman, Eleanor Roosevelt, said, "You should do one thing every day that scares you." This is very frightening. So this is my one thing. So think about what you're going to do. Face your fears. The lesson she gives us is to face your fears and don't let them get in the way of your actions. The second woman, my friend Janet Marks, is a nurse and fellow Democratic volunteer in Hillsborough County. She recently confessed to thinking that battles to protect Planned Parenthood and abortion rights were no longer her issues because she had kind of outgrown the need for them. And she thought that it might offend voters if we talked about those things. And then with the Trayvon Martin tragedy and the gun control issue, she decided we can no longer afford to be quiet about any of these issues. We have to speak up. She said she realized that in this last legislative session and what's going on in Washington, our very existence as women is at stake. So the lesson to take from that is we can't ignore anybody's issues. We have to work together and form coalitions. There's not just a war on women. There's a war on children. There's a war on workers. There's a war on students. There's a war on minorities. There's a war on our public institutions, our public schools, our health departments, our libraries, even our prisons. So the lesson is we can't silo and work on only one issue. Join coalitions and work together. The third woman, Ashley Judd, recently had a puffy face moment. She was doing press junkets for a new TV show, and she discovered that the media didn't really want to talk to her about her work. They wanted to talk to her about her puffy face. Because she was taking steroids, they all thought she'd had plastic surgery. She was outraged over this and decided that instead of sulking at home with her hurt and her anger, she would take that anger and do something positive with it. She said, "Why must women continually be humiliated and wounded over our appearance?" So she wrote an op-ed that was published online, and then she did television interviews, and she talked about her puffy face moment. She said for somebody else it might be a big butt moment, but it's the moment where you finally had enough. So I think most of us are here today because we finally had enough. We need to take that anger and let it empower us to get out and take action, because that's what anger can do. I know when people ask me how I do all the things I do, I say because I'm so angry all the time. That's what I have to do to survive. The fourth woman is Anna Quindlen, who's also on a book tour. I saw her on Jon Stewart's show the other night, and she said, "Throughout history, when there is rapid change and when things are in flux, women's rights have always come under attack." So you see, what's happening now is nothing new. We have to learn from our history, and one of those lessons is to take inspiration from the women who have come before us. We have to learn those lessons and realize that we can win. So before you leave today, I want you to promise to do 3 things. It's important to register to vote, and once you're registered, it's important to sign up to vote by mail. And that's because we need you out working on election day and the time prior to that to get more people who think the way we do and who support women to come out and vote. We need leaders that work for us, not against us. I want you to join that coalition I was talking about. And I happen to be a part of one called Awake the State. If you're interested, I can give you information about that coalition. I think many of you are already a part of it. And the last thing is do your homework. Somebody said it before, know the amendments, know the issues, know your elected officials, but more importantly, make sure they know you. Your work as a citizen and as a soldier in this unwanted battle doesn't end on Election Day. That's where the real fight begins. Thank you.